Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene Edwards. You are watching LUBED for January the 2nd, 2023. The very first game of the new year will take place tomorrow night for the Edmonton Oilers against the Seattle Kraken. Are we going to see the same game that we saw last week? Doubtful. I think Seattle's going to definitely tighten up a lot of areas on this game and come out with a little bit more poise, I guess, so to say. But we'll see. There is some good news on the Oilers front as far as injuries go. We're going to get into that shortly. And there was a Winter Classic game today held in Boston at Fenway Park between the Penguins and the Bruins. The Bruins defeated the Penguins by a count of 2-1, which is my segue into the news that I was going to mention yesterday to you guys, but with everything going on with injuries and Klim Kostin and that, I didn't have enough time. But the Edmonton Oilers are returning to the Heritage Classic. 20 years after the fact, in 2003, they held the very first ever Heritage Classic / outdoor game in the regular season. Now, there was outdoor games prior to 2003, but they were preseason, and I believe they were held in Vegas. But the first official NHL game that meant regular season points was held in Edmonton. Edmonton was the very first to do this back in 2003. And I attended that game. And I'm telling you right now, guys, I don't know when your tickets go on sale. It's going to be hard to get tickets. But if you get a chance, go to this. It is such a memorable event. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I froze my ass off back in 2003. It was minus 22. I had 3 layers of clothing on from leg to top to... I froze. In fact, I bought a beer on the concourse, went out back to watch the game, and I'm not even joking when I say this. My beer turned into a Slurpee in about 20 minutes. So it was cold, but I'll tell you what, I would do it again in a heartbeat. 100%, because those memories are so fond. Having Wayne Gretzky's daughter singing I Will Be There For You, that Sarah McLachlan song, and lots of memories from it. And then watching the alumni game. Oh, I tell you what, guys, if you get a chance and if you're lucky enough to get tickets, go to it. You will not be disappointed. It is such a memorable event. For me, I was unable to get tickets, but I was working for a grocery store at the time, and we had 2 sets of tickets. The first raffle we did was to get outright the tickets for free. You're going to the game. I happened to win the second batch of tickets, which was making a donation at face value. Not a problem. And I'll tell you what, it was memorable. Very, very memorable. So if you guys get a chance, you go to it. And if you're expecting it cold, dress for it as well. So that takes us to some of the news that we are dealing with today. Apparently, Leon Draisaitl and Klim Kostin were both present in Monday's practice as they look to optimize their lineups, according to the Oilers news blog for today. So that's a good sign. We were both worried that Klim Kostin suffered a devastating ankle or leg injury of some sort the other day. Luckily, he didn't. We got word from the Hockey Fanatic, and I believe also Tyson Dolany was mentioning it. I think he was actually the first to break it. So thanks, guys. Yeah, it's a relief. I actually did the video, and then obviously if you see the last video, I was already done editing and all that. I had to just do a quick scroll across about it. But I'm so happy and relieved that those guys are going to be back, that we're going to be looking pretty good. So the Oilers will take on the Seattle Kraken tomorrow. They've only played 4 times in the history. Now, of course, that's because Seattle came into the league last season, and they played 3 times last season and once this year. Oilers have taken 3 out of the 4 games, and it basically started November 1st, 2001 with a 5-2 win. Then Seattle won 4-3. Then Edmonton won 5-3. And then, just last week, the Oilers absolutely crushed Seattle 7-2. I don't expect the same result by any means. I think Seattle's going to be coming with a lot of vigor, a lot of fight. They know they got spanked, and they're going to want to show a little bit of respect that they were, that they're not that easy of a team to beat. As far as their injuries go for Seattle, let me just pull that up. Chris Drieger is out with a knee. Giannis Donskoy, upper body. And Shane Wright is still at the World Juniors. As far as the Oilers, Ryan Murray, Evander Kane. They still have Leon Draisaitl, but I am optimistic he will play. There's no official word as far as I know. I haven't watched the Oilers interviews from today's practice yet, but as far as I know, there's no official word, but it's looking really good that he will play. And then also Philip Broberg is out. When it comes to some of the trends that the Oilers have not against, but just in their last few games, a couple of their hot trends are the Oilers are 5-0 in their last 5 after scoring 2 goals or less in their previous game. The Oilers are also 4-0 in their last 4 Tuesday games, whatever that means. I don't even know why they put that as a thing. Does the days of the week actually matter? So this is covers that I get all this information from. And then one of their cold trends is this is a legit one, they are 0-4 in their last 4 home games. Not having a good season at home for whatever reason it is. So we'll see. Hopefully they can break that trend and defeat the Kraken. They need the points now. Because... I'll get into that. Actually, I'll get into that right now. Because Money Puck has them now listed at a 61.7% chance. 61.7. Last time, they were 72.7. Last time I did the preview for the last game, they were 72.7. That's an 11-point drop. And like I say, it fluctuates. I am going to leave a link after this episode to the Money Puck, to how they break down these percentages and that, because you guys are probably wondering, well, where is he coming up with this math and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to leave you a link, and you can read over the link of how this percentage is calculated. I will leave it on the comment section on this video here. So I will make note of that to do that. It is a very complex algorithm that they do and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, they have them listed right now at 61.7% to make the playoffs. Okay, let's dive into what we're going to see tomorrow night, as the Seattle Kraken have a record of 19-12-4. They're facing the Edmonton Oilers with a 20-16-2 record. Seattle is 9-4-2 away. Meanwhile, the Oilers are 9-10-1 at home. In the last 10, Seattle is 4-5-1, and the Oilers are 4-4-2. As far as streaks go, Seattle is on a 1-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Oilers lost their last game. When it comes to offensive stats, starting with the goals, Edmonton is 4th in the league at 3.58. Meanwhile, the Seattle Kraken is 6th in the league at 3.46. When it comes to shots on goal, the Oilers are 14th in the league at 32. Meanwhile, Seattle's 21st in the league at 30.1. The power play percentage, that belongs to the Edmonton Oilers still, reigns supreme, 32.1%, first place overall in the league. Seattle's 19th in the league at 21%. When it comes to the face-off percentage, the Oilers are 18th in the league at 49.3. Meanwhile, Seattle is tied for 30th at 45.4. When it comes to shooting percentage, the Oilers are 11.2, which is tied for 5th in the league. Meanwhile, the Seattle Kraken are 3rd in the league at 11.5. Defensive stats for goals allowed. Oilers are tied for 20th at 3.32. The Seattle Kraken are 18th at 3.26. When it comes to shots on goal allowed, the Oilers are 24th in the league at 32.1. Meanwhile, the Kraken are tied for 3rd at 28. When it comes to penalty minutes, the Oilers are 10th in the league at 8.2. Meanwhile, the Kraken are 16th in the league at 9, averaging 9 minutes per game. And finally, when it comes to the penalty killed, the Oilers are 26th in the league at 73%. The Kraken are 31st in the league at 68%. When it comes to the goaltenders, Stuart Skinner likely to start because Jack Campbell did start the last game. And I do believe they would put Skinner with the rest that he's had already. His record is 12-9-1, a 2.78 goals against average, a .917 save percentage. Martin Jones, 15-5-3, 2.96 goals against average, an .888 save percentage, and he does have one shutout on the year. So there you have it, folks. That's the Edmonton Oilers breakdown against the Seattle Kraken as they start the new year, and let's hope they start the new year on the right foot. I do believe they play the Islanders on Thursday. I could be wrong. I didn't look at the schedule, but I do believe next up would be the Islanders. And that's going to be another tough battle because they actually lost to the Seattle Kraken. So they're going to be a hungry team too. So the Oilers got a couple hungry teams coming in. They're going to have to be ready. But let's hope that we do have Leo back, Klim in the lineup, and then very soon Evander Kane, hopefully. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you are browsing through this channel for the first time and you like the content I bring you, feel free to hit like, share, and subscribe. Those of you who have been following me so far, Happy New Year once again. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated. We will talk soon. Have a great night. Keeps bleeding from the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite, they feeling.